because sometimes it does not have to be one or the other was wrong. Sometimes people mutually agree that this is just not for the both of us. And then too, there could be wrong on both ends, and you all just mutually agree that you can't get back to a good spot. And that's okay. Like my
Mm.
ex-husband, great man, wonderful man, not for
Oh,
me. Not for me. He just wasn't for me.
That don't have the ring of truth to it.
what?
Great man
That
to
wasn't
walk
for
away
me.
from.
He's
Great man.
very, no, we
But you
grew
married
apart.
him.
He is extremely religious. I am not.
So that means you's a heathen.
Oh, that was a mistake off the rip.
Not at
That was a
all.
mistake off the
Wait,
rip.
No,
why
yeah.
would you marry
When you say that he's like extremely
Well,
Oh my
religious,
gosh.
so
Fair use, family. Fair use.
Who
no,
raised
no, no,
you?
no. I'm not. I'm just not extremely religious. I feel uncomfortable in church. I don't like it.
why?
why?
That does not mean that I am not. I was raised
Thought
in
you
the
was gonna catch
church.
fire in there.
Why don't you like it?
So he was
It makes
leading
me
you into,
uncomfortable
Why
he
does it
was
make you
leading you.
uncomfortable? That's not
Because she
because
felt conviction in her wrong.
no, it's a
Let me tell you what she don't like about the church structure. Bohemia is a rebel. In church, you gotta abide by the rules. All right, and she shouldn't have to abide by no rules she don't like. She shouldn't have to do nothing she don't like. She believe in the parts of the Bible she like. They the parts of the Bible she come and beat a man over the head with. All right, she only listen to the parts of it she like, and the parts she don't like she ignore. That's why she ain't in the church like that. It's too many rules. All right, it's too many expectations, and she shouldn't have. It shouldn't be no expectations of her. There should only be expectations of you, that you be understanding. You see her as your equal, and you go back and forth with her about everything, and you be miserable, and you be okay with that, because that will make her happy. Because that's not what she call it. She call it compromising. She call it a partnership.
My skin was gonna start bubbling.
It was
it's
oppressive.
Go to the
oppressive.
church.
Do you all know how oppressive to women? Do you know how oppressive church is and how weird it is to women?
But
I
Ephesians
don't
talks
agree with
about
it.
both
I don't
men
like
and
it.
women.
It's not for me.
But Ephesians, Jesus Christ
Hold on,
calls
they
us
didn't
both
tell you
to
that Jesus was
submit to
gonna
one
work it out.
another.
I didn't say nothing about Jesus. I said church.
Okay.
I didn't say nothing about
And
church.
so he was
I
very
didn't say
church.
Church is oppressive because the Bible don't speak of partnerships. It speak of women in submission. Okay, and she don't believe that a woman should have to do nothing like that, and a woman should still be able to get a good man. Bohemi firmly believes she should be able to do whatever the hell she want, and anything she don't feel like doing, she shouldn't have to do. She fully expect to find some man who doing this thing in the world, who living his life, to just take what she got. Even though that's not what he want, she should be able to come and talk to him like this, and he just take what she got and forget all about what he want.
I
I
know what
don't
it
do
is.
organized
I
religion.
get it. I get
He
you. Now
does.
you said you felt
Got it.
uncomfortable in church.
In
What was you
church.
wearing? What was you wearing in church?
They don't what? I wear what everybody else wore. What do you mean?
Lemons, pepper,
I
titties,
don't
baby.
know. The
Don't
way you
say
dress right now. The way you dress right now.
I'm in my home.
No, I know what you was wearing.
You've seen me at work. I wear clothes. Don't do that.
don't
What's
do
your Instagram?
The same thing as this.
Oh, let
With
me
a
get on
space.
here.
How you put a space in it?
Uh-huh.
No. On Instagram, it's an underscore. I know
Lemons,
it's
pepper,
a
titties,
period
baby.
in between. But no, it didn't have anything to do with how I was dressed. I felt very uncomfortable in church as a child, as a
Oh,
small
Damn.
child. I
let
didn't
me
like it.
bag up. They're gonna hit me with the child.
Hasn't
Let me bag
anybody
up.
ever tried an exorcism?
Bohemi not the type of woman that gets sexy. She wouldn't try to get sexy for a man. He should just take her as she is. She just shouldn't have to take him as he is.
No,
I'm joking. That looks like a goddess in the background. It's not like you're against spirituality.
That's me.
Oh, that's you?
That's me. I commissioned a art piece for my 40th, but
wow.
No, it's since I was a child, it was just something very uncomfortable about the way they spoke about just things in general. So I didn't grow up. I grew up in the church, but I've never been one to be like, gotta go to church Sunday. I don't want to do that. I have my own special relationship. He was extremely devoted to church. I tried, don't get me wrong. I couldn't do it.
And you left.
He's a great man. We didn't hold the same values and
You thought it was green on the other side?
Well, what values did you hold that he didn't hold?
I'm not.
Did you initiate the divorce?
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Women like you die alone.
It wasn't going. What the hell?
What?
Why would you say that?
Wait, who said that?
Jesus.
Oh my God. Who said that?
Yo, who the hell said that, bro?
Fellas, just her attitude to that Kevin Samuels replay of You Gonna Die Alone. And why would you say that? Fellas, that lets you know she completely unaware of the most likely possibility that she faces. Because she think some dude on a level going to just come up and eventually accept this attitude. Because this is what she been told all her life. This perfect man who got everything she want going to just take her for who she is. She wholeheartedly believes this. She locked in. She in her 40s. She locked into this. She can't get out of it. Okay? She too old to grow up. It ain't gonna happen. All right? She not gonna ever come to the realization she can't make no man accept this. All right? And this her person guy. He don't exist.
Boy, y'all better make me log off.
Yeah.
I'm not even that disrespectful.
Hey,
Promise me that
hey,
will be my
somebody
hands
leave
right
that
here.
damn soundboard alone, man. Leave Bo alone.
Leave her alone.
leave my homegirl Bo alone, man. Put the damn soundboard up. Go ahead, Bo.
However, I initiated it because he was not going to do it.
I'm gonna put my hands right here so y'all know
Wait,
that ain't me.
so wait, are you saying he left the relationship, but he just didn't do this paperwork, and so
Yeah.
you did the...
He just wasn't going to do it. I paid the money. I filed the paperwork. I did all of that because he wasn't going to do it.
Do men do that? Do men act like I want to end the relationship without actually breaking it, so we do the
Yes.
Hell no.
That's what she's saying happened.
If Bohemi telling the story, I don't expect nothing less. She gonna turn it into she was a victim. I don't care how this went, she gonna end up being a victim. I promise you. And I don't care how she gotta shake this story to make that happen. All right, listen, we seen a million Bohemis. We see them every day. Straight up rebel. Gonna defend her point and her position no matter how silly and stupid she look. All right, she not gonna be wrong. All of this is rooted in her need to be right. She need to be right so she can be justified in this attitude that no man on the level gonna ever accept from her.
Any sense?
How does it? Hey, how are you? Hey, my name is Bo. Hey, how does that make any sense? It happens. Thank you. I appreciate you.
She's saying in her marriage, her husband wasn't behaving like a husband and was acting in ways to encourage her to get the divorce, so he wouldn't be responsible for the divorce. So she initiated, but he had already.
That's petty. You're saying we're acting
I'm trying to
like
understand.
we want to be there, but we won't out.
Yeah. You guys are wearing the mask.
Absolutely.
Nah, men generally don't do that. Just cap.
I don't know.
Men generally need to do that when Bohemi telling a story. Whenever she telling a story, trust and believe she need to be the victim. And the big bad man did something, made her do something. She ain't want to do it. Or somewhere along the lines of Miss Rebel. All right. And when she get called out on it, she ain't about to take no accountability. You're about to get a victim. Somebody done something.
I didn't. I don't know about general. I'm just saying it happens. I'm
Well,
not. I'm not playing percentages or
Yeah. Yeah.
how many. But
She's just
yes, it
talking shit.
happens. Absolutely.
And trust me, it's gonna happen to Bohemi if she could put that right there and be the victim.
Men,
You
does that
can't say
happen?
it doesn't happen.
Man,
How does it happen?
You was playing keep away with your
I mean,
heart.
think about it.
I was
That's
not.
the one only time in the world it happened. And look, it was a woman who was burning up in church. She had an extremely great man. What
Playing
the hell
keep
do
away
you?
with her heart.
He was.
First of all, see, that's why I'm trying to tell y'all. It's the human relationships are far too complicated to be like who was wrong, who was right. We were both right.
She not about to take no accountability. She left her husband because he was too religious. And she knew he was religious before she married him. All right. She figured she was going to marry him and run him. All right. Listen, he ain't about to start taking care of Bohemi. Bohemi still expected to do the things a woman's supposed to do. And oh, no. See, she left him and he remarried. She just still out here a rebel, waiting for somebody to accept this.
Who was wrong, who was right. We were both right. We were both wrong.
That don't even make logical sense, though.
It does.
Well, that's the reason why I
People
asked you, like,
have
what were your values?
responsibility on both ends. Both people have a responsibility, have their own things that they contribute to the failure of a relationship. You cannot put it on one person. It wasn't somebody cheated and somebody left. It wasn't somebody did something. It wasn't that.
Did you try to fix
things
it?
are just too complicated, and you just have to be like, you know what? Let's just not.
Did you try to fix it?
Well, I mean, here,
fellas, you find yourself with a woman like Bohemi, everything gonna be too complicated. Everything. You can't tell her nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing. All right. She think you being a leader only mean when it's time to pay. Other than that, you can't lead a damn thing. She ain't about to get under nobody leadership. She not going to do it. And she waiting for the man who willing to accept that, who on the level and can meet all her expectations and don't have any expectations of her except that she do whatever she feel like. And she give you as much of her loyalty as she feel like. And you go back and forth with her about everything. And that shouldn't make you miserable. A man shouldn't have a problem with that if he a real man. Yeah.
thing. So if somebody's listening to this and you're trying to get them to understand how complicated relationships would be, it's not clear. And so that's the reason why when you said that he valued the church and so we wasn't aligned, but that's why I asked you what.
Oh, it was much more than that.
Okay, well then what is it that he didn't have that you had?
What he didn't have that I had, or what he didn't have that I wanted.
What?
Okay, yeah. Just answer that question then. Like, what is it that he didn't have that you wanted? Because you said that you didn't want the church. So what was it that you did want?
Personally, I just didn't feel like it was much of a partnership. I didn't feel like he communicated with me. I didn't feel like
she didn't feel a partnership. She didn't feel like he communicated with her. Listen, let me tell you what communicating with her means so you don't get this confused. It means you agree with her and see it her way. And hell no. Hell no. No, communicating, I don't care what you call it. It means you agree with me and see it my way. All right, it don't mean I take care of everything and I take care of you. But then when it's time to make the decisions, I got to go back and forth with you because you don't think you need to be listening to me. You don't think I should be leading this household. You think you're equal to me. And I don't tell you what to do. And no, I don't have no way of making you. And I already know that off the top. I don't have no way of making you, so I ain't gonna get involved with you. All right, this woman is a rebel. All right, she looking for a man who don't have no problem with a rebel as his wife.
Like
Oh,
he communicated with me. I didn't feel like
you
I
wasn't
didn't feel
submissive.
Hold on, y'all. Let her finish.
I didn't feel like he was including me in the relationship. Like he just did things, never consulted. Like we didn't talk. Even when it was time to buy a house, we didn't talk about it. I tried, but everything was so separated. Everything was separate. Decisions made were separate. He made decisions on his
You was a
own,
leader.
right? I made decisions on my own because
He made decisions on his own because that's his role and that's his choice as the leader, as the head. He don't have to consult and run all his decisions through you. You see how you do your own thing because you don't feel like you need to run all your decisions through him. And it's too many of y'all with this mindset that he need to run all his decisions through me. But if I don't want to run it through him, I don't need to run it through him. And that's why y'all rebels. That's why y'all stay in the street, because y'all think we gonna go for this because we ain't gonna argue with you. We ain't going for it. You're gonna be in the street. We'll come get you when we need you.
decisions on my own because that is what I was shown. You do stuff without consulting me. I'm finna go buy this car. Oh, you went and bought a car and didn't tell me? Well, I didn't know that that's what we did. You set the precedent that this is how it went,
I think
right?
I know what it
Wait,
is.
so you would go buy a car without consulting your husband, or you couldn't? Or hold on, it would
Hell
be
No,
no.
I did. It's my money.
Why? But he's your husband.
Shit.
But if he
Damn.
can make decisions without consulting me in a
My
Because he's
relationship,
your husband.
What did I just tell you? She don't need to run her decisions through you. You just need to run your decisions through Bohemi. You don't need to go and make no decisions without Bohemi. But if she felt like making a decision without you, that should be okay with you. Okay, and you should be okay with this. This shouldn't make you miserable. You should be fine with this.
but if he can
Damn.
make decisions without consulting me in a
My
Because he's
relationship,
your husband.
that's the precedent. You set the precedent.
You're telling us exactly
So
why
what decision would you say would equate to something of
A straight up rebel.
the magnitude of buying a
He made a decision without me, so I can make decisions without him. All right, no, that's the thing. He the head. He can make decisions without you. He don't need to run all his decisions through you. You do.
car?
I mean, he bought a bunch of stuff without telling me.
he bought some
He
head.
bought a new vehicle without telling me.
Did you ride it?
No,
You
that
can't
was
drive a
his
new vehicle.
vehicle. That was his.
He said that. Oh, that's not right. That's not right though.
I know why he did
If
it.
you can make decisions on your own, you are setting the precedent. I am going to do this as well. This
Was
my
it one
money.
pot?
You didn't
Was
give
it
me
one
nothing
pot,
for
or did
this.
y'all have separate accounts?
Separate. Everything was separate.
Oh,
I'm telling you, it never
Whose
felt
idea was
like
that?
we
Y'all were
were
roommates.
together.
Yeah,
You see what
that's
I'm
it
saying?
sounds like. Yeah.
It never felt like we were actually together.
All right, listen, fellas, I think if you're going to use her money to purchase the car, okay, you're going to run it by her. All right. But if you taking care of this and you don't need, she don't care how this going down. You should come and talk to her about it before and make sure it's okay with her first. She just shouldn't need to have to do that for you. Trust me, always. And you need to be okay with this. Always. Because remember, a real man will let her do whatever she want to do. You get to do whatever you want to do and be a rebel when you free, when you by yourself, when you alone, like now. You get to do whatever you want. You ain't going to get nobody to come and go for this, Bohemian.
Actually together.
Yeah.
Even from the
Doing
beginning?
things together.
Even
from
from
the
the-
beginning.
Why did you marry him
Together.
then?
Yeah, that's the question.
No.
Why did you marry him?
Here's the thing. No. in the beginning, we didn't do anything together before we got married because we didn't live together. We didn't even, but we didn't do anything together before we got married. We moved, the first time we moved in and did anything was when we got married. So that is when I started approaching the conversation. Actually, I approached the conversation about joint bank accounts. He agreed that he.
So clearly, from minute one, she knew exactly how religious he was. You know what she thought she was going to do? She thought she was going to come and change him. She thought she was going to come and make him see it her way. She thought she was going to come and run him. Like fellas, this the mindset. You got something they want. She attracted to him. So she'll wait and do it his way until she feel like she sunk her teeth into him. Then she gonna unleash Bohemia on him. And when he ain't gonna bend and he ain't gonna fold, her ass gonna take off running because he ain't about to be going for this.
Actually, I approached the conversation about joint bank accounts. He agreed that he wanted that, right? But in the marriage, I approached that same conversation. Hey, we need to look into all of this. I need to know about life insurance. I need to know about bank accounts. We need to get this paperwork together. And it was just skating past it every single time. You see what I'm saying? It never felt like I did all of this beforehand. I checked on the process of buying a house. We talked about kids. I addressed all of this. Don't get me wrong. In the relationship, while I'm in the marriage.
I just thought about something, fellas. I never ran that I was buying a new car by my wife. All right, never. I just bought the new car. All right, or maybe I tell her I'm getting ready to get a new car. She might be like, "What kind?" But or something like that. But and she gotta run past me about if she want a car or a new car because I'm the one that gotta pay for it. All right, so it ain't no getting around me. All right, but that's how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to listen. I run it by her, but the decision is mine. All right, she run it by me because she's supposed to. And I'm willing to bet you Bohemia used some of his money to buy the car without telling him about it on top of that. Because she shouldn't have to tell him about it and they married. He can't do nothing about it. And she exactly that kind of woman.
While I'm in the marriage, I'm moving as if we have already talked about this. I am trying to get things together. Never just
Wait, let me ask you a question.
Did you trust that he would do it without you?
Hold on, and before y'all got married, you discussed a lot of this stuff with him, right?
Yes.
So okay. It actually does make sense why because she did just say she married a man of the church. And if he really truly is a man of the church, he was operating as a leader of his household and as the head of his household. And typically those men do feel like, hey, yeah, you're supposed to consult me as your leader, but he makes his moves however he's gonna make his moves without you.
Bro, that's how my granddaddy operated. That's how my daddy operate. That's how I operate, and ain't none of us men of the church.
Man of that ilk would operate.
Yeah, right.
I do have a question though. Did you already have conversations about what you wanted prior to y'all getting married to where he actually already had an understanding of what house to get, what car insurance he needed, what stuff that he needed to get after the fact where he didn't even have to come to you because, hey, look, babe, house. Oh, y'all never had that kind of conversation?
Not like that.
Hell no. Bohemia agreed with everything. Trust me. She agreed to everything. All right. He was going to marry her. She liked him. Listen, she ain't even moved. She waited with no, that wasn't her decision. That was his. He was super religious. She knew all of this. She was going to get in here and change him. She was going to get in here and run him. She was going to get in here and unleash Bohemia on his ass.
Just go and do it. No, not at all.
Oh, wow.
Mm-mm.
And wouldn't you want to consult your wife or no?
Sometimes you don't have to.
I mean, sometimes you don't have to, right? But if every single thing that you do is completely separate, at some point Your wife is gonna be like, "Oh, I might as well just be single at this point
What
because
it's not
I'm making all of these decisions by myself. You're making all of these
What did y'all do
decisions by
together?
yourself.
What did
At
y'all
what
do
point are
together?
we
That's a
married?
great
Did y'all
question.
do anything together?
We went to church together.
You mess around and mess up and marry somebody like Bohemi, y'all ain't gonna be doing nothing together. You're gonna be miserable. You ain't gonna want to do nothing with Bohemi. You're gonna want to spend as much time as you can away from her.
Together.
So y'all
so
ain't sleep together.
No, yeah, of course we slept together
did y'all go out
in the
together?
same bed.
Yes, he
In the
liked
beginning, yeah.
When he brought that house, did he put a bow on the front door and then walk you across the threshold?
Oh,
Like,
okay. No, I bought the house.
Did y'all buy your own ring?
no, no,
I bought the house.
wait. So
I bought
y'all,
his ring. He bought mine.
so wait a minute.
No,
So you bought the house
I bought the
that y'all
house.
live that
You
y'all
put
live in.
he co-signed?
That's crazy.
Did he
That's a
co-sign?
part of like you bought the
It's
house.
mine.
Why did you buy the house?
No, Bruce. You're going in the wrong direction. You bought the house. That is probably arguably the biggest decision you can make, and he gave that to you.
Guess what? No, he didn't give
He
it to
didn't
me.
get that to
I
her.
tried. I said, hey, I sat in the bed every night. Hey, this is the house I'm going to look at. You want to go look at it? Nah, it's cool. He didn't want to have
Oh
nothing to
damn.
do with the house buying. As a matter of fact, he was so on the fence.
Let me tell you what her buying the house was about. She had the money. He didn't. He was going to marry her. She liked him. She wanted to marry him. That was all to it. Listen, she agreed to everything. He was going to marry her. All right. And she liked him. All right. It didn't matter what the situation was. All right. She was going to get in there and run him. All right. She was going to make him be whatever she wanted him to be once she got her clutches on him because she liked him. And she think liking them should be enough to be able to run him. All right. All right. And that's how the decision of the house came about. Okay. Because I know with my wife, fellas, it would be a thing like she would be like, hey, babe, I'm going to get some new curtains. You want to come? I ain't coming to do nothing like that. I don't want to. She would run this stuff by me, but I ain't going to. No, I ain't participating in that. I got other shit to do. And for the most part, my wife understood that about me, fellas. She just was running it by me as a courtesy to me because she know I ain't going.
And there are a lot
Did he ever
of
tell you why?
there were a lot of circumstances surrounding this because I was
Did he tell you
supposed
he
to
didn't
have,
want to buy a house?
huh?
Did he tell you that he don't think it's smart to buy a house?
He didn't say that. He was like, it wasn't never a no. It wasn't
Okay, I
yes. It
think
was
that
just like,
sounds more like maybe we shouldn't buy a house. That's what it sounds
Then
like.
you got to figure out what year it was. Was it 2008, 2009?
2008?
No, this was just 6 years ago. Wait, 7 years
Oh,
ago. Damn, 2017, 20,
you don't
damn,
remember
8 years ago. My
you don't
bad.
remember when you dropped the
Well,
bag?
that was a prime
Look,
time to
It
buy a
was
house.
2017. But here's the thing.
You could get a house for a steal back then, boy. Shit, that
Right.
COVID
That's the
nigga.
thing.
Shit.
That
How long were you guys
ta-da,
married for?
4
God
years.
damn.
So at what
This is
point
why
were
I'm
you like?
sitting here.
So
Huh?
at what point in the marriage were you like, okay, divorce is the only answer?
after she had kids.
I don't have no kids.
Oh,
I don't have no. There was okay. Okay. Here's the thing. There's
Sit in the
absolutely
corner,
no
Bruce.
way that a
Sit your
man is
ass in the
going to.
corner.
There's no way that a man is going to hem and
probability.
haw and not know what he wants and not participate in a marriage. And I'm gonna say that's the man I want to have kids with. I knew I wasn't gonna never have kids with that man after the first year. Absolutely not. I'm not.
whoa!
That's a crock a load of BS. You ain't have kids because you just didn't get pregnant. Y'all wasn't using protection, and you ain't just decide you wasn't having no kids. You never got pregnant. That's what happened. All right, just 7 years. Girl, you get your butt out of here with this. Fellas, the older a woman get, the harder it is for her to get pregnant. All right, and some women, that time come faster than others. All right, she start getting in her 30s, it get harder for her to become pregnant. All right, that's just the natural progression of womanhood. The older she get, all right, the more the problem she had in that aspect of her biology. Plain and simple. And some women get it a lot faster than others. Where in their 30s, it's almost mission impossible. But it ain't no cause she was decided she wasn't having no kids. She married him, and if he ain't get you pregnant in the first year, it wasn't cause she ain't want to. Tell me she decided after the first year. So the whole first year you ain't get pregnant either.
Absolutely not. I'm not doing it. Not
After the
until you
first
prove
year?
to me that you are responsible enough to take care of
You were
things without
leveraging.
kids. I'm not
You were
having
pulling
your
levers.
kids.
You wasn't a cooperative woman.
Whoa.
You were pulling levers for
I'm
him.
not cooperative. I work
I'm
with.
telling you,
I
you are
do
not.
not cooperate. I'm not doing
I'm
that.
telling you that I discovered that.
I know.
You're not
And that's
cooperative.
fine by me.
That
I'm
is
not
why
supposed to cooperate. Both of us are supposed to work together. I am not supposed to. I'm not.
Fellas, you're listening to a straight up rebel. A woman who you can do absolutely nothing with. Nothing. If you want anything, all she got for a man is misery. Complete misery. She everything we ducking. All right, bro. I know when that dude found out who he married, he was sorry. He was really sorry, fellas.
I am not supposed to. I'm not a child. I'm not cooperating.
you were supposed to cooperate with him.
No, I'm not. I'm
you
supposed
were
to compromise.
you were asking a man to compromise. That's where you went wrong. You looking around, he ain't there.
No, he's not.
He
Because
didn't compromise.
the man for me is a man who understands
See, that's your
compromise
problem.
and not
You
cooperation.
want a man.
Men don't compromise their position and their boundaries, and they don't take too kind to people who keep challenging them, especially their wife, somebody who he expected to have to die for. Keep challenging him. And that's what Bohemia is. She is a challenger, a competitor. All right, fake ass partner. Want to be your partner. No. You be alone. Partners is rebels. Partners is in the street.
Want a man for me. There ain't this Grey's Anatomy bullshit. We got to get rid of that. There is no man for you. You're supposed to fit. You're supposed to. You think about it. He's an extremely religious man.
Mm-hmm.
You did all that damn research on them pictures and you painted, but you didn't do the research on how to operate with a man that lived by the Bible. That's where you messed up. You should have picked a different guy. You got to understand the guy you chose. He's extremely religious. Those guys don't compromise.
No, you got to understand. She didn't pick the wrong guy, bro. She picked the only guy. It's not like she had another option of a better guy and chose this one. No, it was this one or nothing. And he was offering to marry her. Believe that. Nobody else in their right mind would marry her, and she had one.
Understand that I ask very specific. When I date men, I ask very specific questions that lets me know whether or not that man is trying to be here or whether that man is trying to be
Did you
right
know he was
beside me.
Did you know he was extremely religious before marriage?
Yeah.
Okay. Those guys are here, and that type of dynamic, those guys are here, and you are here.
And that's not gonna work for me.
You didn't read your Bible.
Fella, she said she knew all this up front and then married him, and then her next response is, well, that's not going to work for me. But she agreed to all of this up front. Why? Because he was going to marry you. This was a chance to get married. Well, nobody else going to marry her. This was her only shot. She said whatever she had to say to get married.
Oh, I read the Bible.
Did you read that?
You do not have to adhere to those things. You do not have to be
God
superior
said
as a man.
you had to. What are
Yeah,
you
but
talking about?
an extremely religious man does have
As
to.
a man.
You're basically telling God that he wrong. if you read the Bible and it say that, how can you say you ain't supposed to do that?
Because you
And
do
he,
not have to believe, you don't have to have a relationship with God and believe that you are superior to me. No one is superior to me. I am a human just like you
I
are.
get it. I get it what you're saying supposed to do, but he did. He has
That's
a
fine.
relationship with
That's
God. You
okay.
knew before you got married to him.
I
You read it
accept
in the
that about
Bible and you
him.
still okay, go ahead.
I accept that about him. We just don't have to be